The price of Bitcoin has been breaking out this week. The current price is sitting at $19,431, and I just opened a small short position on the price of Bitcoin. I also closed my Ethereum long position today, and my Ethereum long position was $6,500 in profit. I closed it at $1,424. That's what it was. So, and that was on which one? Where we get to the point. Basically, now we've got $10,000 in our account on BitGet, and we're going to think about what we can do with this $10,000. Not only that, but it's been an amazing week for trading on all of the accounts, because this account has now got $47,000 in it, having only had $7,000 in it just last week. 7 days, 7 grand into 47 grand on one account. What an amazing week it's been for all of our trades here on TNG Trade. So if you appreciate the hard work, if you appreciate the eye bags under my eyes right now, subscribe to the channel. I would really genuinely appreciate that. It does take a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. And if you see the frequency of the content on the channel right now, and the fact that I'm still uploading this at late night on a Friday, please, again, slap a like, show some respect. Now, we're trying to hit 500 likes on this video, and of course, we're trying to get the channel to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I mention it every video. I'll keep mentioning it every video because I'm trying to make it happen. Visualize it, make it happen. Now, why am I short on the price of Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin's price has, of course, had this big old rally to the upside over the past few days, and it's been fantastic. Don't get me wrong. We went long on the price of Bitcoin around $16,500, and that's from $16,900. That's a 14.8% profit where it sits right now. However, of course, we all know on a weekend something called a CME gap opens. And there's two things that Bitcoin can do this weekend. It's either going to pump or it's going to dump. It's going to do one of the two. It's not going to sit still. I can guarantee that. Now, what am I looking at right here? Well, this is Bitcoin's daily chart. And if I make this full screen so you can see it a little bit better and zoom in just a little bit, what you'll see here is that Bitcoin on the daily chart is just at the top of this major level of resistance when it comes to the fixed range volume profile. The fixed range volume profile says that essentially Bitcoin shouldn't really surpass this range right here. And being how we've traded in the past, looking at this chart right here, you can see that essentially we've broken above a very key level of resistance. And my expectation is, if I zoom in on this chart and give you a little bit better perspective of what's going on right now with this chart, I expect actually that we come back down and retest this level of resistance. If I just draw that on the chart, what I'm exactly expecting to happen, I expect something like this throughout the course of the weekend. I would expect Bitcoin's price starts and finishes the weekend in the exact same place. So my play is, if on Saturday the price declines of Bitcoin, I will make some nice money. As it sits right now, does that look like I'm going to be correct? No, in essence, I'm currently $40 in a loss. But we are, of course, looking at the 30-minute chart right here, and the price just keeps going up and up and up, and at some point it will retrace. It's inevitable. Now, that's for Bitcoin. When it comes to Ethereum, what are we expecting on the price of Ethereum? Well, I, of course, closed my Ethereum long position. That could be considered a mistake, considering I probably could have left that position open for the next few months. However, and especially considering that the price of Ethereum versus Bitcoin is currently declining very rapidly. One of the things I want to show you in today's video actually is the Bitcoin dominance, because I believe that Bitcoin dominance right now is looking a little bit high, and I'm actually expecting a decrease in Bitcoin dominance pretty soon. If we switch towards the daily chart on Bitcoin dominance so I can show you where we're at, essentially we've just broken above a key level of resistance on Bitcoin dominance. However, there is a little bit of leeway in this. You can see in the past we've come up and then dropped back below it, and that's kind of what I'm expecting. I'm actually expecting that Bitcoin dominance actually declines and altcoins have a bit of a boom period. We've seen Bitcoin booming over the past few days. I'm expecting Bitcoin to cool off a little bit over the weekend, and I'm expecting some major rallies in the altcoin market. And one of those altcoins that I'm expecting a major rally on has got to be our good old friend TAP. Now, TAP currently sat at 41 Satoshis per coin, but look at the order book right now, and look, there's one wall here at 44 sats, and then the next wall sits at 50 sats, and after that it's all smooth sailing. Now, I would actually expect this wall at 44 sats is actually going to pull out fairly soon. I don't think this person actually wants to sell their coins. I actually think they'll pull the wall when it gets to 43 sats, unless I buy straight into it, and then the price would just go crazy. If somebody bought straight through that wall, then in theory the volume would be so big that it would cause a huge influx of more volume, pumping the price higher. Now, looking at the buy walls right now, there is some serious liquidity in these buy walls too, meaning that TAP is kind of stuck between two levels right now. But if it breaks above this key level of resistance, in theory, that should stimulate some serious buying demand. And that serious buying demand could take the price as high as 50 sats again. And if we break through 52 sats, My estimation is that the price would go all the way up to 84 Satoshis before we have declining price action. And also bearing in mind that if Bitcoin's price goes down, that's not bad for TAP, that's good for TAP, because it means that then people will start switching their Bitcoin back to TAP because TAP's price isn't going down. Now, at the same time as discussing TAP, I also wanted to mention Ethereum in today's video. Why did I close my Ethereum position? Well, there is just one very small part of me that goes, actually, oh, I pressed the wrong button there. Just ignore that purple line. This could potentially be a inverse head and shoulders pattern. I don't think that's the case. I don't want that to be the case. I genuinely don't think that is the case. But essentially, right here, we have a level of support. And if we break through this level of support, I think that likely, looking at this liquidity right here, we could drop all the way back down on Ethereum to around $1,334. That, of course, would trigger all the bears to start saying all nasty things. But it's also important to point out that the VWAP is working perfectly. Every single time we dip below the VWAP, we bounce back to the upside very significantly. You can see it here, you can see it here, you can see it here, and you can see it here, all the way down here. The VWAP is working absolutely perfectly right now. So I'm trading the VWAP like no tomorrow, but I'm also trading the VWAP between these volume bands that you see on the screen. So in terms of where Ethereum could head next, it's also important to stress, like, this can really moon. Like, honestly, this could really, really go. Ethereum could be, next week, $1,800. I would just like to see some element of a little retrace on the price of Ethereum. At the same time, I'd like to see some kind of boom in the altcoin market. It is important to stress that we're currently in this low liquidity range, meaning that we could make it all the way up to this next high liquidity range right here. And I am expecting that, don't get me wrong. $1,600 would be this price. But essentially, as soon as we break this purple line here, the long-term downtrend is officially broken on Ethereum at that point, and we'd really, really start heading for the moon pretty quickly. We also kind of have formed a bit of a W pattern right here. I feel bullish on Ethereum right now, but I have closed my position because I like profit, and you should always take your profit. Going back towards my Bitcoin position, at what price do I intend on taking profit on my Bitcoin short position? Well, my estimation would be I actually only want to short it all the way back down to around $19,000. It's not a really big position, and it's not a really significant position. All I'm looking for is around a $300 drop, which would be approximately a 2% gain. Using the 2x leverage that I'm using, that would mean, 10x leverage, sorry, that I'm using, that would mean that I'd make about a 22% profit on that trade. And being that, again, it's only for a small amount of money, like $30,000 or something, it's not gonna like do anything major. Even if it does make some money, it's not gonna be a large amount of money. And do I have a lot of confidence in that position? Well, I have a lot of confidence that the price today will be the same price on Sunday. So that means I know that worst case scenario, I'll be breaking even on this trade. And in the eventuality where I would pump up and don't come back down this weekend, I'll be shocked and a bit disappointed, actually, being that we'll probably open up a massive CME gap and at some point crash back down to fill that CME gap. So that's how that works. So in today's video, takeaways from this. I'm shorting Bitcoin right now. I'm not doing anything on Ethereum, and I'm expecting Bitcoin dominance to start dropping over the course of the next few days. I expect Bitcoin dominance dropping causes a surge in the altcoin market because I think Bitcoin dominance needs a cool off, being that it's got pretty high. Again, we've seen the Matic has been rising in price recently, but compare its Bitcoin valuation to anything else, I actually think that we could see some big moves in the altcoin space. And that's one of the reasons why I think that TAP will move pretty soon. Being that the walls are decreasing in size, even now, somebody's actually just pulled, I told you, they'd pulled the wall, and they've pulled the wall through during the course of this video. That wall's going to get smaller and smaller, and I expect any element of demand driving up the price of TAP would cause it to go up fairly quickly, or at least it's been rising all week, don't forget. It's been slowly going up. And don't look at this and go, oh, that's no price action at all. No, this is significant. If you go bottom to top here and look at the current price action, that would be a 62% gain that TAP's had this week. So it's been really, really good. So yeah, on that note, if you are a subscriber of the channel, thank you very much. If you're not, please do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you've dropped a like on this video. I hope you've had a fantastic week. I've had a fantastic week. We've made so much money this week. Every single call has been correct. Let's finish it off with another good call. And thank you all very much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, slap a like on it, and I'll see you in the next one.